Right, hello, welcome to the start of the UltimateBase series. The objective here being to try and evolve the ultimate base, obviously. Won't be boring you with watching the harvesting of materials and such like. But the first order of business is going to be, apart from obviously food, shelter, weapons, identifying a good location. I was tempted to go with Navezgane because Random Gen just has this nasty habit of having way too much water. But yeah, obviously Navezgane would also just be too predictable. Everything would be exactly where people expected it to be. So I've gone with Random Gen anyway. Already seen a deer and a pig. Locations, good locations would tend to be wide flat areas, preferably in lowlands, in valleys rather than on top of mountains. The zombies have a new propensity for digging that is not going to be healthy for us if we're on top of a hill and they're digging under it. So everything here completely new. We can see what sort of biome we're in. We can't see our relationship to other biomes yet. Not come across any buildings or structures yet. Really need to be picking up some small stones. With update 10 we now need 5 of them in console, the same as PC, whereas it was just 2 before. Kind of disturbing that I'm hearing a deer taking damage. That might pose a threat to us. We've got enough wood. No harm in getting some more. The last thing I want to be bumping into right now will be dogs. I think everything else we could deal with, just not dogs. Feeling rather fortunate with the dispersal of nests so far. Take some golden root. Hardly ever use it, but take it anyway, just in case. I suppose I could always just go try punching a rock. We see a zombie contact over there. Another one there. Another couple of rocks here. And there. One there. Right, well, we're going to favourite that, and that, 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 a few other things later on, but for now let's get our First stone axe made. Going to scrap the land claim block. Don't really intend claiming any land, and it will give us some iron. Make ourselves a decent club with. Going to go through the whole starting quest thing so that we can actually move on to making the stuff we want to make and not have to come back and do that other stuff just to get it off the screen. So we'll make that and that and that and that and that. Wait for that to finish making. Put that in our hands. So yeah, update 10. I mean, there's lots of great things about update 10, and then there's lots of not so great things, and then there's some things that quite frankly feel like they've just ported the PC update 15 straight across without fixing the bugs. But some changes that we need to take into account include the clothing. We would have worn eyewear and bandanas to lower our temperature, which no longer works. But now we can wear t-shirts, short trousers and ponchos, in addition to the cowboy hat, which still lowers our temperature. Also, we would have previously lowered our temperature by wearing iron armour. Iron armour now has no effect on temperature at all. Which, to be honest, I think that's a good thing. That's a positive, because we can armour ourselves without messing with our temperature. For the most part, you can just sort of keep your iron armour on all the time. You don't really need to worry too much about t-shirts and short trousers. For the most part, the only items that you'll want to change regularly would be switching from poncho to coat and back again. Now, we really should actually put these on to clear the quest. And now that's done, we can move on to the cowboy hat, which will lower our temperature somewhat. Let's see here. Feels like 78.4 and rising. Now it's 78.8 and dropping. I'll take that as a plus. So yeah, right now, location, food, shelter, equipment. That's what it should all be about. I did do a video on creating, well, not so much shelter, but a quick first night survival space. But it would actually be nice if we could find a house. Just so as I can actually demonstrate what I would tend to do with houses. Because they obviously give us space where we can put things like storage chests and forges, etc. craft a wooden club. Let's see. Let's get that out of the way. We'll probably bows and arrows next. And there we go, bows and arrows next. So changes to the PC with update 13 go along the lines of you can sorry, not update 13, update 16. Go along the lines of you can no longer just grind up levels by making tools and weapons and dropping them and then just making more. Now you have to invest points in the skills to raise the levels. Update 10 on console, we can still drive levels up by that method. So it would still benefit us to make arrows first and the bow last. And the more arrows we make, the higher the level the bow will be. So right now we have 217 feathers, 38 stone, 146 wood. If we can get 146 stone, sorry, 217 stone, 217 wood, that'll use up all those feathers. Not saying it's going to be easy to get that much material though, not at this current level. Anyway, I'm going to break up some more rocks, chop down some trees, get some materials, scout out a location, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we've found ourselves a city. Collected some bits along the way. Still not identified a water source yet. We do, however, have a Shamway Foods right across there, so that should keep us going for a bit. It's a very high density, high mob density area, especially at this low level. It's a very precarious place to be. But one other thing that cities do give us, which we're looking for, is large, wide, flat areas. So, whilst it could be immensely dangerous to actually try working over there, considering the density of mobs, if we can find a good technique where we're not in too much danger whilst working, this could be an ideal location. So far this is all we've revealed of the map. As you can see, we're right in the corner of the city, and that block just to our north does appear to be flat and empty. Oh, not our north, our west rather. Flat and empty. I'm sure we're going to find other useful things like Stiff's tools and the bookshop, etc. So we're basically on the roof of a broken down building. As you can see, I've already been defending myself quite a bit. Just stuck some ladder pieces there, skipped the bottom to stand on a frame to reach up to it. So we can get on the roof, the mobs can't. There is a zombie buzzing around here somewhere. I've not shot it down yet, but it doesn't seem to have noticed us or paid any attention. So we're progressing, and tool making. We'll probably investigate Shamway Foods in the morning. We've collected some yucca and some tuna. So that will keep us going through the night. So it's the middle of the night. We're riding out the night on this rooftop. Put a hatch on top of the ladder, so if they do manage to latch onto it and try coming up, they'll just bump their heads and go back down. There was a pre-existing ladder here, so we took off the box that we put on top of it and topped that off with the hatch as well. Another wave of zombs spawned, so we can see them just there, there and there. We've also got a bear over there. The Shamway Foods that we saw earlier apparently has a Shamway Foods right next to it. So yeah, we're not going to go hungry anytime soon, as long as we don't take on bears without being out of their reach first. There's a tower block there. I have in other playthroughs built outposts on the roofs of those before. May do it again. It'd be a suitable place to put forges and stuff. But for now we're just waiting for sunrise before going out any further. Hope to find some stiffs tools. There appears to the other side of that Shamway Foods be a garage, which sometimes have at least one stiffs tools crates in them. But for now we're just camping out here, waiting for morning. And constantly hearing the sound of puking and God knows what. It's not like a cop vomiting at us. It's like, I don't know, a build-up of acid in his gut that he's just got to let out, even though he's not pointing it at anyone, maybe. Oh, and we're also hearing screeching, howling noises like banshees, which, if I had to guess, I'd probably say is a feral. I guess we'll be back at sunrise. Well, it's morning. Sun's been up for a while. We've already taken care of a good number of zombs. There's still a few to go. We seem to be missing a cop. We kind of snuck an arrow through a very small gap to ping it in the head. Don't think it died, but it doesn't seem to be up here anymore. Oh, I don't know if it's gone down to the lower floor or what. Gonna keep our eyes open for that though. Trying to work our way down the building so as we can cross over to the Shamway Foods. As you can see, still plenty of zombies coming towards us. Even though there's a nice pile of zombie bodies lying on the ground that we shot from the rooftop. I think this was from the earlier cop explosion. No, no one hiding around there. The bear is still outside the second Shamway place, so you've got to be wary of that. This is where we were shooting them off the roof. There is the bear. Should be a ladder around the back of here, taking us up to the roof. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to hear. Not doggies. Oh no, I've got to use my bandage. Gonna cut that off with a hatch. Well, I don't see a ladder, but I do see an opportunity. Kind of weird. Don't really want to fall all that way in one go. Okay, that's just not helpful. Right, let's concern ourselves with the bear. Looks like the branches of the tree are not going to let the arrows through. Let's try again. It might just be that the arrow's dropping way more than I'd expect for such a short distance. Ah, there we go. That's a lot of drop. Okay, we're not in there. We're over here. Unless he intends going upstairs and breaking through the wall. Hello. Ah. I'm gonna have to let go of this arrow just to eat and drink. Is that his nose or his butt? Well, whatever it was, it didn't stay for long. Seems to be a very strange block there, not behaving like blocks should. I wonder if we can attack this non-existent block. No. Hello, Mr. Bear. Are you there? Would you like to chase me? I wonder if I can get on the roof of the other one. Well, there's a hole in the wall. Ah, ladder's here. cap that one off. Doesn't seem to be a similar hole in the roof here. But then again, doesn't need to be, they got a hole in the wall. At current levels it'd only take one hit from the bear to kill us outright. Really don't want to tempt that. The bear seems to be on the counter there. Very precarious proposition indeed. Soon gonna be time to run. Oh, we got him. That was a lot of beastie. we'll take that. Well, okay, let's see if that door is actually locked before we go breaking one down. Yeah, it's actually locked. Well, put that back. Scrap that. Scrap those. Take that. Looks like we got the paper back again. We'll drop that off in a minute. Any more beer? We'll be getting a party together. Play hide and seek with a bunch of drunken ferals. Let's just drop that on the floor. We want things to be able to respawn in there. You are hungry. Well, I guess we're done in this one. Oh, we haven't opened this yet. More beer. You, me, and a game of hide and seek with a bunch of drunken ferals. Or was it that one that had the hole in the roof? Or the other one? Must have been the other one, I guess. Or was it? Oh, it's right here. It is right here and above the bathroom. Kind of curious as to what's in between the two. Might go fetch that a little bit later, pick up some more cactus, some more yucca fruit whilst we're at it. Yep. Okay, try a different one. Wow. Fine. Fine. We don't care. Oh. I guess the answer to this question is going to remain unanswered for a while. Maybe. You just know we're going to go through all this and it's just going to turn out to be a disappointing empty space. Curious as to why our temperature is 101. Well, we can get that far. Really? We still can't place anything in that space. Okay, well that's a mystery that's going to have to remain until we've got some better tools. We didn't come in that way, did we? Let's take this stuff back. Did we check this bodies? No, we didn't. Right, well, nice little adventure. Gonna sign off again for a bit. Come back probably after collecting that airdrop and scouting around for a water source which we've still not found. Back later. So we've relocated to the top of the tower block. Yeah, stupid place to put a lamp. And we have a water source, and we are uncovering the city. Now, whilst we have, for example here, an empty lot, nice and wide and flat, to build on, if we want to expand out of that, well then over here it stops being flat, and then over here we're actually going to be destroying stores and places we're going to want to raid every 5th day. So we really want to explore the city and find lots that are surrounded by things we don't mind destroying. So that's an empty lot that's a bit too close to here. There's an empty lot that I don't know, maybe it's a bit close to here, maybe not. Again, that one would be too close to the edge. So we're probably going to look around this area of the map, try and find another nice empty lot that doesn't have anything near it that would be too saddened by when we bring it down to the ground to make more flat space. So yeah, we have the roof, we have a hatch on the ladder going down inside. We've searched pretty much everything except for the bottom 2 floors, and we didn't come up the inside of the building, we came up the outside. So yeah, to do the bottom 2 floors we'd either have to remove this or come in from the bottom. But yeah, pretty much all of this has been searched for goodies. We got our wrenches, we got our mechanical parts, we made our workbench. You'll see 2 sleeping bags here because we managed to get Battle Mistress into the map and get her to the tower block. There's our forge over there, more storage chests. Again, this is still just temporary. Our permanent location will be in the centre of the build. We did spend quite a long time actually trapped up here. We had a bear on this side and 2 cops on that side. And it was a case of if we were to go down there to get the cops, to stop them from going out of sight by being at ground level, the bear would have just one-hit killed us in the back. And if we'd been on the platform or a similar platform to take out the bear, the cops would have been puking and destroying the platform we were standing on. So it took a long old time to actually get off the roof. I think I burnt through about 157 arrows. Just getting off the roof. Where did we put our little marker? There we go, that way. So let's go investigate. We're literally right now just revealing the map of the city, revealing what are derelict buildings and what are useful stores. So if we can get like a 3x3 block of just derelicts or empty space, that I think will be our location. Dogs and zombs not welcome. Ah, see, we have another tower block here. How would we feel about demolishing another complete tower block? Oh, and a police station. Could be useful for weapons lockers and such. Yeah, we'll take that. I hear a dog. I hear a doggy. And of course, straight away we need to use a bandage. Hello, zombie. Which way are you going? Are you going to try charging us or not? Still fully aware there's something behind us. Doesn't seem to be paying us any attention right now. Can get some good scrap out of that place. Oh, he doesn't need any more damage. Right. Let's put that down there in case of another dog. Bob's Cafe. Makes me think of the Blues Brothers and Bob's Country Bunker. Let's explore east. I don't think I'd feel a terrible loss if we leveled Bob's Cafe. I'm sure there's other cities on the map as well to raid for materials. Let's walk for a bit, save our stamina. That should be the edge of the city there. Go discover the corner. Appears we've already searched this. What a waste of a first aid kit. Would be nice to actually be able to get attacked without instantly bleeding out. And we didn't bleed out. Awesome. I think you can see what I mean by this being a high mob density area. The only problem with the weather effects that they added with update 10 is there just seems to be too much of it. You know? Too many dark days, too many rainy days, too many foggy days. I mean, I understand weather effects reflect the natural state of things, but too much weather effects becomes just as unnatural as no weather effects. Let's have a little drinky poos. Grab a little something as we're passing by. Nothing coming. So at some point when we find the location that we like, we are bound to bring to the ground some surrounding derelicts. Probably going to be a bit time consuming. We'll obviously not start at the top and work our way down. We'll just take out the base and watch it fall. What crumbles will be much easier to destroy in just a couple of hits after the collapse. I do recall taking that, it was a wooden structure, taking down a wooden structure one time. I'd literally just removed all the ground, all the floor, all the internal walls, all the external walls. That was left was one window, and yet the whole building was pretty much still standing, all held up by just one window. It was insane. Useful. Definitely useful. Always good to have a spare. There's a car park over there. Good for scrounging up resources. I won't bother going into it right now. Would be nice if we could have labels for things like car park, power station, that sort of thing. Oh, according to that, I put that in the wrong place. And now I'm hearing a zombie. That is a bee of the zombie type, not a zombie of the zombie type. Yeah, we'll sort that out later. We really should be heading back to the tower block. It's going to be officially night time soon. Oh, we'll take that for sure. Oh, very nice. And there's our local law enforcement. Trying to puke again. Seems rather quick for a second puke. I'm thinking there's probably a second cot. Okay, gonna head back to the rooftop. I'm thinking come daylight we'll come out again and we'll just put X's on the things that we're happy to demolish. We can get a nice pattern of X's going. We'll have our location. 47 arrows, no feathers, hopefully there's feathers on the rooftop. Not holding my breath though. 156 stone. Let's just grab some wood. Yeah, that'll do. Guess I should empty my pockets before continuing with that. Right, it is night. Officially. So, gonna log out. Well, not log out of the game because I need to bring it to dawn. But gonna cut the stream here, get some food, and resume in the daytime. So the sun rose, visibility was terrible, We fought off a horde knight. Sun rose again. We went exploring. Visibility was terrible again. Literally it got so bad that if I was standing here I wouldn't be able to see something that's only as far as that workbench is now. Literally just a couple of meters visibility, it got that dense. Yeah, we defended against the horde, moved on to the next day, went exploring some more. As you can see, we've got our mixer going now. But the important thing is that we finished uncovering the city. So here we are, obviously, and here we have the two Shamway Foods and the garage. Let's see, garage is there, and I guess the Shamways are over that side. And we explored up here. We killed many dogs, a lot more dogs than anything else. So up here we found this one was shotgun place, and these two were bookstores. And we explored some more. We came over here, and here we found two Stiff's tools, which we've not yet gone inside, since we weren't actually out looking for Smith's tools. But it basically just seems like all the good stuff is in the corners, which, well, actually there's like nothing in that corner, but that corner and that corner, and well, we're almost in the corner, is the good stuff. We looked at all the squares, all the blocks, and basically these 9 here, well, I didn't even bother putting an X in that one, but let's do that now. These 9 here are basically derelicts, empty space, derelicts, except for there, where there's a cinema and Bob's Cafe. And to be honest, it's not going to bother me at all to lose those. So this is going to be where we're going to build. We're going to start here. This will be the center. This will be the main base and trap. And then we will build out from there, and that should give us plenty of room for satellite positions and everything. So that's going to be it for this video. The next video should start right there on the map. Start excavating. The intention is to sort of tunnel downward a bit and fill it in behind us, and then excavate under that and see if we are safe from mobs. Hopefully we will be. We won't risk it on Horde Night, obviously, but for general working it should give us undisturbed time. We can move ourselves onto iron tools right now. We're not quite there for steel. 30 spending points needed. We got 36. We just need to fulfill the criteria of construction tools 40. So on 28 right now. So yeah, we'll probably boost that up quite a bit whilst working, but for now we're going to be on iron tools whilst excavating the site. So we'll dig down a few layers, block it off behind us, create a working space, and then just dig down undisturbed from there. Once we've gone to a reasonable depth, we'll take the top off and start creating the trap, as it were, and we'll use the base of the trap as a new ceiling. So we'll sort of go into a corner, go down a few levels, block that off behind us, and continue excavating downward under that, and then when it comes to Horde Night, we'll just come back up to the top and make use of the trap. So yeah, next video we will be there digging. See you next time.